Is our long pole this morning. If you need a headrest, go ahead and grab it. And if you want the weights, again, have those by the side. Just say, speak Fiona, just take the pole and place it in front and let's just do some rolling of the shoulders. So as I start to roll the shoulders, I'm just going to find that gentle zipper. I'm not weight bearing against much of anything right now, so it can be very gentle. As you're doing that, try and find that center into your breath. Inhale, nose, exhale, mouth. And go ahead and just kind of give that head a little no, nice and slow from one side to the other. And then a little bit of a yes as you look up to the sky and then nod down. And we'll just start a couple roll downs. I'm just going to turn for this first one. I'm going to peel it down, press that out, and at the bottom just extend through the legs. Here, start that very subtle rocking back and forth. So if I'm a bit tight, I'm a little higher up. Knees can be soft. If I'm feeling okay, I'm a little farther down. I'm untucking the tailbone. And I'm going to lean back and lift the balls of my feet and then lean forward and not really releve, just shift my weight. Couple inhales, exhales, and then bend the knees, drop the tailbone, and lengthen as you come up. Pull that pole in a little bit, roll your shoulders down, and just give me that gentle extension of the heart. When you're in this position, gently look over to one direction. And then over to the other. Bring it back to center, pull your body back into that neutral alignment and peel it down one more time. On this one, send one hip, send the other hip, and just start sort of heel toeing back and forth from hip to hip. As you start that movement, start to kind of heel toe wider. So turn it in more to a lunge from side to side. Now the legs are quite wide. And then press it from left to right. See how those hips are feeling? Neutral spine, neutral pelvis. Again, how much weight is going into the pole is up to you. Hold to the one side, whichever side you want here, you guys. Place your hand on your quad. Your knee might be going way over your toe, perfectly doable. Lengthen into the spine. Feels okay. Sneak down to the elbow. Keep going a little deeper. Find that inhale, exhale as you go, and then sink into that and just hold into that stretch. Again, relax through the neckline, relax through the hand holding the pole, and then press those hips to tall. In the center, just kind of give a little wiggle, free up some space in your hip and your pelvis area, and then turn that opposite foot out. Start higher up, just lunging into the leg. Feels okay, down you come. Stick out that booty, get a little deeper. Inhale, exhale as you go, and then sink into that. Hold on to that. See how that feels. Lengthen from the neckline, pushing out on that inner thigh a little bit, maybe with that elbow, and then press that to tall. From there, heel toe all the way back in through to the center line, and then just start that little rock back and forth. So in here, we're going to get a little more purposeful with the rise up. So go ahead, shoulders down, rise up nice and strong, and then lower the heels. Lengthen up, lower the heels. So as little pressure as you can into your pole, and then pulse it for me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then heels together, toes apart. Just a little bit of external rotation and lift and lower. Mindful you're not rolling out to the sides of your baby toes. That the weight is nicely distributed from big toe all the way through to baby toe. Pulse it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower, and then toes together. Again, subtle, doesn't have to be a massive internal rotation. And then just lift lower. Growing through the spine, drawing in through the abs, just finding that nice breath here, you guys. One more little lift, and let's go ahead and pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. And heel toe, so you're wider, a bit more of a passive squat. Grab hold of that bar, relax the shoulders. And I'm just going to place the bar on my thighs as I roll down. I'm in round back right now. And then I'm just going to roll that up. So I'm going to peel it down, and maybe I can go a little lower with my bar. And then start to peel up. And if it feels good, you're going all the way to the ground. Peel it vertebrae by vertebrae. We're going all the way down. Maybe the fists go down. You're starting higher, and then as it feels good, deepen into that hip line. Pivot from foot to foot. Let's warm up those toes a little bit, right? So we're rising right up, getting the toes getting stretched, shifting it from left to right. The knee can reach forward towards the floor, getting a little movement through your hips and pelvis. And then go ahead and settle here. If you can get those heels down, great. If it's a little tight, don't stress it. Put a little pressure into your elbows and lean forward, elbows onto the knees, and lean forward into that slightly, feeling that inner thigh getting stretched. Again, if you can get your heels down, go right ahead. Just depends on how that nice deep flexion feels. And then from here, press and start to come up. You might need to de-rotate a little bit. Vertebrae by vertebrae, stack to tall. At the top, roll the shoulders. Widen out your hand stance. And then go ahead and bring that up and put that behind your headline. And then bring it all the way forward. So we just have a slightly soft knee. And we're just moving through the shoulder girdle. It comes up. As you come back, try and kind of think of pulling the paw apart with your hands and then bringing that chest line and opening up that back. So in this one, hold it back here, just behind the neckline, and then lift your heart, open that up, bring that back, bring the arms all the way back around. Let's do it again. Bring it around, take the elbows as far back as you can, lift that heart. It's like you're trying to pull that pole apart, and then bring it back, bring it down. This time we're going to come up, bring the feet in tighter, loudly rotate, bring the pole in, let that pole slip down to the bottom hand, and then reach both hands out, lean the hips in opposition, and then bring this arm out. Top arm is going to wave, and then actively reach, big breath out, and then come all the way out. Give me one more. Inhale up, actively reach, press the hips in opposition, lean into that. And then bring it all the way out, sweep that down, roll that shoulder, and then bring the pole back into the hands. Reach it up, and let's go to the other side. So again, that top hand reaches actively, let the pole just sneak down to the floor, press that away, lean the hips in opposition, big breath, and then reach it out, fold it. And again, 2 more times, press actively, hips going one way, pole and hand going the other, big breath. And come out, and we got one more. Lengthen it out, reach it, get into those hips a little bit, press them out to the side, big breath into the intercostals, and then all the way out. Just roll that shoulder, release it out, bring the pole up, and you are going in basically waist distance apart and get a little rotation. So rotate to one direction, nice and tall in your posture. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, rotate the other. Exhale back. Now this time, the direction you're rotating, take that hand and give it a little pull. So rotate, stay here, inhale, grow. Exhale, rotate a little bit more, look a little deeper across your shoulder line, and bring it to center. Rotate the other way, nice and tall. Pull that hand a little bit, rotate a bit more, don't let your pelvis go. Bring it all the way through. Not quite as far this time, rotate, and then add your flexion, reach that pole out. Bring that up and stack it. Bring it to center. Other direction, rotate. Press that out. Stack it to tall. Bring it to center. And the pole goes down. Take it nice and wide into your plie. So we're going to warm up a little bit as if we have a bar Pilates, right? So we're going to press down and come up. And just as you go up and down, kind of settle into those hips. Figure out what is your turnout this morning. How's that feeling? Or this afternoon, or whenever you're coming on. Everyone on right now is with me in the morning. Hold down, little pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay here. Lift your heels. Lower your heels. Relax your shoulders, right? Lift your heels, lower your heels. Don't need the pole. You can bring it up and hold it. I kind of like the pole. I kind of need it. I get a little wobbly. But if you don't need it, go ahead and remove the pole. Let's go ahead and leave those heels lifted and pulse to the hips and knees. 5, 4, 3, 2. Pull that in. Lengthen to tall. Lower the heels, go singles. Plie, releve, grow tall. And lower one more time, guys. Plie, releve, grow tall, and lower. Reverse for me. Rise up tall, plie down. Now stay here. Lower one heel, lift it. Lower the other. Again, don't need the pull. Hold it on your thigh. Let's go 4 more. Nice tall chest. 3 more. And 2. And 1. Lift both heels. Lengthen to tall. Lower the heels. Spiral the feet in parallel. Stick that pole a little farther forward. Flat back. Long coming down. and then bend the knees and body wave to come up. So let's do that again. We're going to flat back down, reaching or more neutral. Here you can kind of go into that anterior tilt at the bottom and then bend the knees and slowly curl up. Give me one more big inhale. Stay down here. Let your hands drop a little lower if it feels good. Add your poodle wag. So as I add my poodle wag, I'm going to bring my feet in a little closer, allowing me to get a bigger wiggle from left to right. Look to the hip if that feels good. Bring it around the corner. Inhale, exhale, and then settle into the center again. Bend the knees and keep going down. Down, 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 down. Test the waters on the knees and the flexibility here. So right now I'm rounded. And you just got to listen to the knees, see how far down they'll go. I'm going to press forward into my knees, finding my toes getting stretched out, and now I'm a bit of pins and needles, and then going to press the back away. Going to pull that in closer, push into the pole a bit, unconnect from the floor, and then press and stretch out. Let's do it again. Come right down. So you're feeling that articulation in the toes. Maybe here's where you stop. If you can get those knees to go towards the floor, push away, lift the heart, pull that in, and then press, and then push all the way to tall. From here, bend the knees or go straight leg and peel that up. Beautiful. Give a little wiggle. So let's do our figure eight. So we're wide, getting a little mobility here in this morning. So we're wide in passive squat. Find your happy place and then bring that down into your squat. From here, wrap the arm around. Give me lateral. Give me extension. Go to lateral and then sweep. Let's go again. Big inhale as we come up. Exhale down. Reverse that. Switch it the other way. Lift the heart, bring it around one more time, lift the heart, stay in the down passive position, bring your knuckles right down, and then bring your knees down. Perfect. Widen the legs so that you're in a lateral rotation here. We're just going to get a little rotation a bit deeper here. So I just want you to bring your arm up. So I'm just kind of sweeping across. And bring it center. Sweep across. Bring it center. Now this time when you sweep across, rotate and peek up to that hand. And bring it down. And then rotate, peek up. And bring it down. Now we're going to flip it a little bit. We're going to rotate. Pull this across. Place that pole. Now if you're tight, you're just getting a little rotation right to here. If you're okay, the bottom hand's going to slide down. That elbow can go down. Your shoulder might get down. And then you're going to pull that pole in towards you as you're peekabooing to the sky. Big breath. Exhale, press into the pole. Lift it up, bring yourself out. So the less push you push into the pole when you start to come up, the more you have to use your core to lift, right? So you can decide your pressure points. Turn, anchor, bring that arm down if you're able to. Pull the top hand by bending the elbow in towards your chest. Big breath here, guys. Now push that away and then bring it all the way up. One more time. Press it, anchor it. The farther I press it, the harder it's going to be, right? The more movement I will get. And then bring that down, rotate, get a good twist in that spine. Bring it up, bring it off. And last time, press it. Gently bring it down. Pull that in. Press it out. Bring it through. Beautiful. Knuckles to the floor. Curl the toes. Lift up. And go ahead and just wiggle here a little bit. Inhale, exhale. Bend the knees if you need to. And then fully bend the knees. Slowly drag the spine up and roll those shoulders. So you should feel a little bit more warm into the legs, knees, hips, ankles. Take one weight if you're choosing the weights. Step back to your mat. And then step forward. I'm stepping forward with my left. The pole is in my left hand, and I'm up on the ball of foot, weight in the right hand. So I'm going to go down and pull. Inhale, exhale. As little pressure into that pole as you can. That's up to you. If you don't need the pole, don't even use it. Go one more time. Now stay in the forward here. Inch from that foot in. Move the pole forward, lift the leg. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Both the arm and the leg. Squeeze the glute as you reach. 4, 3. Spread out your toes on the floor. 2, 1. Slowly tick-tock to tall. And as you come to tall, avoid the hip hike. And let's reach and lower to the floor. 5, 4, 3. Find your breath. 2, and 1. And then we're going to go all the way back. We're going to keep the leg up. We're going to do a tricep kick with the elbow as well. And then come all the way to tall and reach to the sky. Come around the corner, pivot through the hip, triceps. Come all the way through to the sky. One more time. Tick-tock through, tricep. Right through to tall, up to the sky. Now that leg's going back into lunge. Press it back, curl the toe, settle into your lunge, chest is up. Watch not arch here, a little bit of connection, and then down and up. Pull from the sky. Down she goes. Go as deep as you want. 4, 3, exhale, 2, hold down, bow and arrow. Reach the arm, pull, take a peek, reach that arm, and then bring it back straight. Pull, take a peek, reach, bring it back straight. 2 more. Pull, peek, keep your lunge, reach, bring it around. Last time, pull, peek, and reach, bring it around, lower the knee, uncurl the toe. That weight can go forward. Put it on the side of the leg that you're keeping forward for next time, and just push in and out through your hip. In and out. You can use the pole or not. You can put it down between your legs if you don't need it, you guys. And then go ahead, stay in the forward, get that stretch. I'm going to slide that pole underneath. Hands on the quad, one hand up, both hands up. If it feels good, you can anchor, get a little deeper, roll the shoulders open. Couple inhales, exhales, lift that breastbone. Slowly let the foot go if you're holding it. Laterally rotate out the front leg, and let's come a little deeper into that hip. So once we're there, if you can get your elbows down, go ahead. I'm tight, it's not happening. Keeping my hands on the floor. Go ahead and rock it left and right. And then if gecko with that little rotations in your practice, go ahead and rotate open looking towards the sky. Couple cycles of breath there. Bring it back to center. Bring that leg that's in the front all the way around. Find your 4-point stance. So let's just go into a little articulation here. Round your spine into angry cat. Sit back on your heels. Reach those fingers a little farther forward. Pull it all the way to the front. Go past your neutral through into a little bit of extension here. First larger extension, we've gotten into the lower back here, you guys. So wiggle it from left to right. Again, if you need to drop to your elbows, go right ahead. Or just don't sink as deep. And then press that back. Go again, round into your angry cat. Big breath. Lean your hips back, send your fingers forward. See how that deep flexion in these hips feels. See how that stretch forward with the fingers on the lats feels. Come up rounded. Go through into your cow. Once you've got that, you might need to move your knees back to allow your pelvis to go down a bit farther. Here, let's get some wiggles going. So don't worry about engaging. A little engagement, but not a death grip on that core. And just wiggle from left to right, letting everything go a bit. Bring it back. Keep your hands nice and strong. Just move the pole towards your knees. Curl your toes. Let's do a down dog here. Lift, and let's get some prancing there, you guys. Press out through the heels. Drop your shoulders into your back pockets. Press into those toes. So very purposeful pressing, right? Not just kind of a half-hearted little lift. Push those heels to the ground. Deepen into that shoulder girdle as well as the calf line. Feeling a little tight, lift the heels, bend the knees. 2 more cycles of breath, getting a little deeper here, you guys. And exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale, deepen, and then walk your hands to your feet. Lift up out of your shoulders a bit, right? 4, 3, hands flat, so bend the knees if you need to. 2 and 1, your pole is there, just pull it back towards you. Pick it up, and then peel as you come all the way up vertebrae by vertebrae. Go ahead and wiggle up there once you're at the tall. Things should feel quite warm by now. So the foot going forward is the same side that weight was on, right? And then bend the knee, grab that weight, shoulders down, and let's start the sequence on this side. So find your happy place first. I'm just having my hand on my quad. Once I feel stable, I'll start to reach and pull. So with the reach, do lift it up so you're getting that anterior deltoid firing, and then pull back. Let's go 4 and 3. Roll the elbow right up when you pull back. 2 and 1. Now stay in the forward. Inchworm your leg in. Reach the weight down to the leg and lower left. Lower left. 5. Remember, if you don't need to hold on to the pole and you can free flow, go right ahead. 4, 3, 2. Now hold it in the up. Bring it all the way around that hip and then pulse it up. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to go back and forth. So as you go back, you're going to give me a tricep kickback. As you come forward, you're just reaching to the sky. Yeah. Tick-tock forward with a little tricep, and then come all the way to the sky. One more time, rotate back, little tricep. Kick it forward. On this one, we're going to place that foot behind us. So go ahead, lean forward a little bit, lengthen into the toes, get your chest up, and down and up. Tuck your tailbone, slightly under, so you're finding neutral here. Let's go 4 and 3, excuse me, 2, hold down as deep as you can here, guys. Bow and arrow, so reach the arm, pull, take a peek, open it, bring it around. Pull, take a peek, open, bring it around. Deepen that if you can. One more time, take a peek, open, bring it around, slowly bring the leg down, uncurl the toe, and bring that hip forward again. Just slide that weight down. If you don't need the pull, you can put it between the legs. So from here, you can have both hands on the quad, lift the heart, one arm up, both arms up. Maybe you can grab that leg from behind, flex the foot if you're able to, open that chest. One more big breath here. Slowly let any of that connection go. Move that front leg out to the side a bit for gecko. Go ahead and bring yourself down, both hands to the floor if it's not too bad. If you're still okay, go ahead and go to your elbows to the floor. Waving your hips from left to right. And then if it's okay, put a little pressure into the knee and rotate your spine. Drop your shoulder away as you do this. Open up your hip. So you're pushing your leg and you're kind of pushing your chest away from that leg to get that opener into the hip. Slowly come out of that, nice and careful, both hands to the floor. Bring that leg all the way around and then press it down. Take that pole, move it out of the space of your hands. Back your knees up, pull all the way forward and bring yourself right down to the ground. So legs open as comfortable. Get 11s. Let's do a little sphinx here to get that back waking up a bit more, our back muscles. So instead of being lazy, floppy into this, we're going to actively press, shift our shoulders down and the chin parallel to the sky, parallel to the floor. Draw your abs in. Let's just find a couple breaths here, you guys. Very difficult place to find breaths. We're trying to open up the chest, and that's quite a vulnerable position. It's very open, so it's difficult to draw that nice big breath. Really focus on inhale nose, exhale mouth, shoulders gently retracted down. Bothersome on the neck, go ahead and let the neck look down a bit. One more breath, and then turn your elbows out and come all the way down. Give me a small lateral rotation. Relax off the booty, relax off everything, and let's do a floppy. So you decide how high you're coming on your floppy. Again, it might just be the elbows. Everything's relaxed. And bring it down. We're just going to do 2 more. Again, if you want to come a little higher, back your hands up closer to your chest line. The minute you start to feel the glutes and the abs all connect to fight against you, slow it down, bring it a little lower, and see if you can relax and wiggle back up. 1 more time for me. Again, floppy, don't clench the butt. Try not to lift the pubic bone. And then slowly come back. Curl those toes underneath actively. You can go from the knees or you can go from the toes. Press up and then push back down into your down dog. Walk your feet towards your hands. Bend your knees when you need to. Once you're all the way in, let your head dangle. Your pull should be close. Go ahead and grab it. And then bend the knees, fold, and come all the way to tall. Roll those shoulders. So if your weights are pretty far forward, just sneak them back on the floor so they're beside each side of the mat. And then find that passive position right at the very top of your mat. Let's just do a sit down to roll. We are going to roll like a ball. So when you sit down, come back up onto your tailbone, right? Or tailbone-ish. Come down, give a little roll, and up we are. Perfect. Slide that pull underneath the legs. Underhand grip, and I've got still a diamond going. I'm still in my diamond position. Right? But I'm just sort of sitting back a little bit here. Right now I am on my sits bones. I can use that pull underneath the anchor of the knee to pull my shoulders down as I lengthen to tall. So I'm nice and tall. I'm going to exhale, scoop, and I'm just going to bring those feet off. I am keeping my heels together, and then going to touch my toes down, the heels go down. I'm going to sit to tall again. Use that bar to help you. Exhale, scoop, hollow the abdomen. I'm pushing the bar up into the nook of my knee as I lift my toes, finding a beautiful C or rounded spine, and then lengthen and come to tall. 1 more time, exhale, scoop, and lift. Stay here. We're going to roll like a ball. Now, if you'd rather do it by bringing your hands around and wrapping, I've gone into full wrap. But my pull there is keeping my knees at the same distance. Inhale, roll back, exhale, and up. So you'll notice with the pull there, you can't kick your legs back. It's actually, it's hard, isn't it? You can't change your spine. You're trapped. And hold. I find this much more difficult. Inhale back, exhale, hold. Still try to get up onto the shoulder blades. Inhale back. Exhale, hold. Let's do 2 more. Inhale back. Exhale, hold. And 1 more. Inhale back. Exhale, hold. Stay here. Sneak that pull out. Reach it in front. And then slowly peel down. Beautiful. Go ahead once you're down here. If you have a headrest that you want to use, go ahead and grab it. I'm having a hard time even getting to mine. There we go. And then take your arms over the head and give me a couple little windshield washers. Let's get a little rotation happening. Fine. Knees fold to one way. I'm getting an internal rotation on the knees as well as a back stretch. And then to the other side. Inhale, exhale. And then settle the legs into the center. We're going to do a few little toe taps here, you guys. Find a supported spine. Knee fold one, knee fold the other. Watch you didn't pull the knees in. Have a little bit of separation in the knees. Up comes the pull. I'm going to go over the head and back. As I'm doing that, really focus on not losing your rib-hip connection so the ribs aren't popping. Once I've got that rhythm going, I'm going to start my toe tap. I'm going to flex my heel and then point as I come up. Very optional, just taking awareness into feet. Inhale, exhale. Working for you nicely, that leg's going out to straight, right? As soon as you feel good, that leg can go straight. Remember, that straight leg is going to pull into the hip flexor more. So if you've got anything going on in those hip flexors, keep the knee bent. If this still feels good, the legs can be to scissor to the sky, and one leg can come down straight and then come up, and then down straight and then come up. Again, there's still no deviation or changing happening in the rib-hip connection. The spine and the shoulder scapula connection are all nice and strong. Go one more time for me. Now leave everything reaching to the sky, either bent knees or legs extended. That's up to you. And just tick-tock one leg out a little bit. without letting the other leg move, or the pole to shift in opposition, and then bring it up, and then the other side. So that leg is just reaching, and then one is tick-tocking to the side. Exhale, tick-tock. Inhale, bring it up. Remember, this can be done with knees bent. Exhale, tick-tock. Don't let your hip lift. Inhale up. One more time each way. Tick-tock down. Bring it up. And tick-tock open. Bring it up. Beautiful. Bend those knees. Bring one foot down. Bring the other foot down. And then reach the legs long. Reach the legs long and straight. I'm just going to back up a little bit. You guys don't have to copy this little wormy backup thing. Extend the legs. Now, if you know roll up is difficult on that lower back, go ahead and get a little towel, put it underneath. Arms are going over the head. As I start to bring my arms forward, I'm going to push my belly down and compress the air out of my spine as I round and come up. And then I'm just going to bend my knees here and give a little rocking forward, stretching out those hammies a bit. Inhale, exhale, I'm just rocking side to side, getting some stretch, and then peel vertebrae by vertebrae. Push the air out of the lower back as you come down. My headrest is now moved on me, and stretch over top. Inhale up, big breath up, look at the vision, follow that bar, and then scoop nice and strong. Then fold the elbows. Forward flexion, little side to side, and then vertebrae by vertebrae, scoop, push the air out of that lower back, and bring it down. One more time, arms overhead, inhale up, press that back down, exhale, fold, come forward, nice big breath here, and then stack to tall for me. Bend the knees. We're going to do a little bit of oblique roll downs here. Bend the knees and just hold the pole straight in front. I'm just going to take the pole. I'm going to rotate, and as I rotate, I'm going to scoop and sweep back a bit. So it's not super far. And then inhale up, exhale, a little bit of a scoop, a little bit of a rotation, and bring it up. One more time each way. Speak, Fiona. Bring it back. Bring it up. And last time, little scoop. Off to the side and bring it up. And this time we're going to go all the way down, vertebrae by vertebrae. The legs are going to come up in opposition to the headline going down. Headrest optional. Take the pole behind your legs. Reach it. Now we're just doing a little hundreds padding here. So if your arms are not long enough, they might be once you roll up. If you're not rolling up, no pole. Just paddle the arms. My legs are squeezing together or open as comfortable. You can determine that. Inhale, cervical nod. Exhale, roll it up if you're choosing roll up. Reach the legs if you're choosing long legs. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 10. Look towards your knees, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 20. Pull those abs in nice and flat. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 30. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 50. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 60. If you need to put your head down, please do. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 70. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 80. Almost there, guys. 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 90. Last one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 100. Pull that in. If you've got the pull, pull it in. Let your legs go wide and sink down. So my knees are just over top, but my legs are quite far apart, and I'm just allowing a little opener there. I'm going to use that pole to help shift my pelvis. So I'm using the pole, and I'm just rocking my knees. I'm shifting my pelvis. I'm letting things open up there a little bit that I just held quite tight. Inhale, exhale. Hold it neutral, bring the legs back in, sneak that pole out, place it in long just in front, reach one leg actively and roll yourself over onto your side. If you don't need your headrest, go ahead and get rid of it. My legs are reaching, and I just have them, I can either bend to 90, anchor, or reach off the floor, side leg lift series. Lift, lower. So a little harder. The pole is not as heavy as the weight, but it is awkward because it kind of tilts back and forth. See if you can reach that hand to the sky, but nice and soft. Now, as we're doing, as it comes up, the pole is up. As it goes down, I'm just going to reach my arm forward. So I'm going to lift, lower, lift, lower. So this can be confusing for the brain because the one arm is doing something quite different than the leg. Let's go 2 more. And 1 more. Hold that arm reaching, and I want you to give circles. Circles on the leg. Now, if that's difficult, pull the arm in or put the hand down. Otherwise, holding that pull, let's go 3. Side leg lift series 2. And 1. Switch directions on that hip for 4. 3. Nice, good circles. 2. And 1. Now hold that leg hovering, reach the arm to the sky, lift your bottom leg to meet your top leg. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now squeeze both legs together. We're going to bend the elbow down, the legs come down, push the arm up, the legs go up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that down, tuck the knees in, push up and come up to your elbow. So from here, I can go from the elbows to my side plank, or I can take my bottom leg slightly forward, my top leg slightly back, and press up into lift from the feet, still feeling good. I could stack my feet and bring myself straight up. We don't want to be in lateral flexion. We want to be neutral. Our elbow is right underneath our shoulder. The arm is reaching. I'm going to dip and reach. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it neutral. Top leg comes forward or top knee comes forward. Come around, put your fist down, face your hips to the floor, and then face back to me. Rotational. We're going to go for 5. Now, if you want to get a little bit more in here, take that hip that's closest to the pole now and dip it, and then turn and face me. Let's go 4. So there's that extra little dip we've added. Optional. 3. You can be on your knees. And go 2. And reach. And last 1. And reach. Hip goes down. Bottom leg pulls in deeper than the front leg to prop you up into your mermaid. Tuck that foot in, drop the hip, and settle into your hips. Little no on the neckline. Reach one arm up. Rotate around. This hand lines up with my hips, and I'm going to rotate. Again, you can have your hand down, smaller back, or reaching. It's up to you. Let's go ahead and lengthen and lift. Inhale and exhale. Want to get a little deeper in the stretch. If I place my pole down in front of me, as I come up, I can push into that pole a bit, draw the shoulder into my back pockets, and lift a bit more. So I'm going to press and lift. So yeah, you can use your pole if you want. Inhale, or you just extend the arm up. And go 2, and lift. And last 1, and lift. Lower it down, slide that foot in closer to your bum, and bring your booty right down. So I've just got my pole. I'm going to anchor it and side lateral. So I'm using that pole as an anchor, and then I'm pressing the top corner of the pole farther than the bottom, giving me that lateral flexion. 1 more. Bring that all the way out. Release that down. Just slide that pole in by your side. Switch your legs fully to the other side, but we're going to do that little side planky thing first, right? The whole leg series on this side. So we're going to lengthen it right out, open it up, and then from here, we're hovering and we're starting with that lift lower. Feels good, the hand comes off, find your balance. Still good, the arm is, woo, that is more unstable on this side. Holding on this side, good Lord. So if you're as unstable as I am on this side, you might need to pull down to the ground before you get started. Beautiful, let's see if I can find it. 5, 4, that was a little scary start. 3, and 2. And now go ahead and add your circles. If you're able to reach that arm forward in the circles, go ahead for 4 more, and 3, and 2, and circle the other way for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now hold that leg reaching, arm to the sky. Lift the bottom leg to the top leg. Lift, lift. 5, 4, little inner thigh on the bottom leg. 3, 2, 1. Now both are going to reach. As they both reach up, I pull the arm down, and then I lift. 4, squeeze those inner thighs, both legs touching together. 2, and 1. Beautiful. Put that pull down. Bring the knees in a little bit so you can prop yourself up onto your elbow. So remember, this isn't with the knees tucked right in tight. This is quite open knees so you can lift into the knee plank, right? If I'm feeling okay, I'm going to take the top leg, send it forward, bottom leg, send it back and lift. Still okay, I'm going to stack. So you're going to decide where you need to go. Pull can be here to help you, or the pull goes to the sky. Dip, lift. Dip, lift. 5, lateral flexion happening. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay in the lift. Top leg goes forward, or the knee. The fist comes down, and I turn. So remember, I can add that little dip here of the hip, and then come all the way back. And go ahead and exhale, dip. Inhale to me. 4 more. 3 more. And hold. And 2. Make sure you're stabilizing that shoulder that your whole body weight is into on the front. And last one. Hold here. Bend the knees carefully and sneak the bottom leg in deeper to come up into that mermaid. Rotate. Remember, if you want to use the mermaid with that little bit of extension, the pole's going here. If you don't need the pole, don't use it. I'm going to rotate, and I'm going to go down and lift. Feels good. My arm is moving towards the top of the pole. It's farther out, and I'm going to press myself higher. 1, and lift. 2 more. Last one. Come down part way, rotate it around, try and sink that hip down to the floor, and you might have to pull that opposite knee in a little bit, and then the pole presses out to the side. As we push it away, we're going to laterally flex to that side. Really try to reach that top arm towards that pole, right? And then we're going to push that pole away to open up those intercostals a bit more. Relax your head, and then bring it all the way out. Let's do that one more time. Bring it up. Find that pull, give that extra little push, stretch it away. Big breath there, guys. And then bring it all the way down. Beautiful. Place the pole towards the front of your mat, and let's roll over onto our front line. So go ahead and wiggle around till the booty is facing up. So we're just going to use this pole a little bit for some scapular movement. The pole is in the front of my mat. And I'm just going to take my hands. I'm going to keep my palms down. But with the palms down, try and put a bit more pressure into the ring finger, baby finger, so the thumb comes up a little bit. Your head is to the floor. The shoulders are down and away. The legs are laterally rotated, open as comfortable. Finding the edges of those mats. And then the head's going to stay down here. I'm just going to reach and pull in. So I'm just doing a little bit of scapular movement. When I reach, I'm still trying to keep my shoulders down and away. As I pull the pole back to me, I'm going to roll to my finger, my baby finger, and really shift my shoulders into my back pockets. Then I'm going to lift a bit. So I'm going to go down and just lift a little bit. And go down and lift. So I'm starting to lift more and more, and I'm just allowing that pole to roll underneath me. As I lift, I can start to bring it in much closer. My mat's wrapping up as I'm doing this, so I'm going to move forward so that, there we go, I can get that nice lift without that mat curling. So when I've got my hands forward now, that the pole is really midline of my forearm, and then I'm going to push my palms in and lengthen into my swan. So I'm going to lengthen it down, shift your shoulders into your back pockets, lengthen it up. Go 2 more. Lengthen it down. So you don't want to put too much pressure into that pole. You want to lengthen up with your spine, right? With the muscles. Press it down one more time. Pull it into the back pockets. Let's hold here. Nice big breath. Pull your abs up and in, shoulders down. And then bring it all the way down. Beautiful. Take that pull into the small of your back. You may not need it here. If you know you can interlace your hands on double leg kick, don't worry about it. I'm going to turn one cheek so it faces to the side and bring my elbows into the small of my back. From here, I'm going to do 3 pumps of the heels, right? 1, 2, 3. As I reach the legs actively, I reach the pole actively, and then I turn my head to look down to the floor. Pull your abs in, relax your neckline. Inhale, turn the cheek fully, bring the bar in, bring the heels in. 1, 2, 3, and reach. Pump 3 inhales. Exhale, reach. Again, inhale, 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 reach. Really active reach on those legs, you guys. 2 more. Inhale, 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 reach. And go 1 more. Hold the reach here. Anchor the feet. Lift and lower the arms. So if that's too tight, widen it. If you're not using the pole, just go wide arms. Let's go 4. Get that shoulder extension. 3, 2, try and hold your extension in thoracic and cervical. And then reach here, reach the legs, lengthen the spine, lift the arms to where you feel challenged. Let's hold for 5. Squeeze those glutes, reach those legs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release down. Bring that pole, just place it in front of you. Push back, child's pose, whatever recover's calling your name. Round back or up into beach pose with the heart lifted, wherever feels good for you, you guys. Couple inhales, exhales as you find that gentle recovery. And then we're going to come back down for a little bit of swimmer. We haven't done swimmer for a while, so we're going to come down into a little bit of a swimmer. So go ahead and find your arms reaching. That pole's just going to move out of the way. And you're going to lengthen the pole, though, to where you want just the side of your wrist touching down with your thumbs up. And then notice if, as you're doing swimmer, this will just keep you a little higher off the ground, if you can, right? Shoulders shifted down into back pockets, belly buttons pulled in. Engage the abs, reach the legs just a little bit, and then take your palms and allow your palms to help you reach your upper torso into a gentle extension, and then bring the hands up. So now I just want you to touch the one arm and the one leg in opposition. Touch for 4. 1, 2, 3, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. So foot and opposite hand are touching. Spine is not sort of shifting as you do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, switch to 2s. 1, 2, 1, 2. If you're good, go singles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 5 more. Don't touch the floor or the pool. 5, 4, swimmer. 3, 2, 1, reach. Grab that pool and press right back. Hands to the floor. Let go of the pole just in front. Curl the toes and find your down dog. Hamstrings are active in that. Inhale, exhale, slowly as you sway from lateral to lateral, walk your hands back towards your feet. So you're kind of wiggling here. Bend the knees as need be. And then fully bend the knees, sneak your elbows up to your quads. I've widened my legs. I'm going to let my head invert by looking straight through my pubic bone area. If you don't need your hands on your quads, go ahead and ragdoll free. Couple cycles of breath and then bend those knees. And let's just gently bring it all the way up. Go ahead and shift a little bit, roll those shoulders. We're going to come to the front of our mat, roll down, and do a little bit of spine twist, and then a couple roll overs. So we're at the very front of our mat, nice and wide, big stretch into the torso, and then big sit down. All right, so we're going to squat, sit and roll, and then up on your sits bones. Stretch the legs into the corners of the mat. Try and sit tall. Again, difficult to sit tall or tight hamstrings. Bend the knees a bit or put a block underneath your booty. Crisscross legs is also doable. Arms are reaching, shoulders are down, and let's inhale for 3. Inhale, grow taller. Inhale, grow taller, and twist. Inhale, look to the backhand. Should be able to get more rotation than at the start. Exhale, center. We've warmed it up quite a bit. Inhale, rotate. Inhale, rotate. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, center. One more time. Exhale, center. Last time the other way. We are going to do saw. We're going to use the pull to assist the saw. Rotate, bring it through. So what we're going to do here, have your hands fairly close. We're going to kind of do like a canoeing row. So we rotate it, and then we're going to saw as we come down. Inhale, bring that back to straight, then bring it through. Rotate the other way, and saw. Inhale, up, and center. Rotate, spin it, and saw. Spin it, and center. Last time, rotate, spin it, and saw. Bring it up, and center. Bring the feet in nice and tight. If you don't have much room behind you, bum walk forward, and then peel vertebrae by vertebrae as you go down. Pull will be very optional here. I'm just going to leave it to the side. This depends on flexibility and range of motion. Length of your legs and your arms. Quite a few things fall into place if you're using the pull. If you don't like rollovers, you're doing hip lift to toe tap, right? So I'll show that first. Rib hip connection. If you know rollovers, go for it. So I've got one leg crossed over the other. They're quite open in the knee. My hands are down. I'm going to lift that booty, uncross, give a nice little toe tap, cross the opposite foot, hip lift, uncross, toe tap. So continue that if long spine and short spine kind of variations are not in your practice. Otherwise, stretch the legs out, arms above the head. Inhale as the legs come up. Exhale, over it goes. Touch down. Now here's my glitch if I'm using my pull. I'm going to tuck my feet underneath the pull, bring my hands all the way back to give me support, and then I'm going to peel my spine back down. So there's a massive stretch occurring there. You don't have to choose it. And then slowly lower the legs out. Inhale up. Exhale, over it goes. Test the waters. Bring your arms back. They touch. And on this one, leave the hands above your head as you peel your spine down. So we're just kind of tick-tocking that pull and stretch the legs out. So now we're coming up with the pull above our head. That's harder. Inhale up, exhale over. I'm going to touch, slide my toes underneath the pull, bring the pull all the way down. It goes down, and then I roll it back. So again, pull is totally optional. Reach the legs. Inhale up, exhale over. If you've got the pull, bring it up and over, and then vertebrae by vertebrae. This time when your tailbone anchors, give me a circle down and away. One more time, you guys. Inhale up, exhale over, touch. If you've got the pull, you're going to circle it. Now it's down. Heel vertebrae by vertebrae. Tailbone anchors. Circle those legs, bring them together. Tabletop, leave your pull down, grab behind your knees. Let's just do an opener in tabletop for hips. Heels line up with the sits bones, shoulders and fingers facing the booty, and I'm just going to lift, press my hips up. Now if I'm feeling okay here, vision to the sky, stretching the anterior deltoid. Nice big breath. Exhale, just the tailbone anchors. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, push, open, look to the sky. Again, not happy in the look to the sky thing, look forward. And bring it down. We've got one more strong one, you guys. Press that up. And open, hold here for a set of 5. 4, open those shoulders. 3, beautiful. 2, and 1, booty down. Go ahead and roll. Take your hands behind your back with your pole. Reach the legs out if you're able to, sitting tall. Tight, bend the knees or sit up on a pad. From here, I'm going to extend my shoulders and bring them back. Just looking at that shoulder opener again. If you can sit tall and work on those paraspinals at the same time, go for it. Let's go 4 and 3. Last 2 And 1, bring that down. Just leave the pole to the side of your body. Swing your legs all the way around, 4-point stance. Curl those toes under. Just going to do a mini little short plank here, you guys. Lift up and hang out. 5, 4, draw your belly into your spine. 3, 2, happening for you. Stay here. 1 a little harder. Go into short plank 2. So you're just marching a leg up, bringing it down. Now, if you're wanting a little hammy stretch in this, you guys, you can do double leg or single leg, but I'm going to lift and flamenco, get a stretch, and then come down. I'm going to lift and stretch and come down. If I'm not happening on the single leg, I'm stretching here. Double leg and come down. Let's do 2 more. Freeze and stretch and come down. And give me 1 more. Press and stretch. And come down. This time, both feet stay down. Press those hips. Find that down dog. 1 last time, you guys. Wiggle left and right. Paw at the floor, whatever feels good here. Walk your hands to your feet in 4. Bend the elbows as you need to. 3. On 2 and 1, we're all the way home. Sneak into that ragdoll again. Again, let your head be inverted, dangling down. My elbows are on my quads. You guys can free flow if you want. Big breath. And then bend the knees, slowly come up. And then from here, just hands into PSIS. Give a little waving from left to right. I've got a small lateral rotation going. Settle into my hips. I'm going to push that pubic bone forward. Gently, don't jam it. And then I'm just going to open up that chest a bit. Couple breaths here, guys. Slowly bring that back. Give a few little shifts left and right in your hips. Roll those shoulders, shimmy that out. And let's take a final breath. Inhale as we lift up to the sky. Exhale, hands down, center heart, little no in your neckline. Switch the directions there. Lift it up, open it. Big arms, you guys, circle it all the way around. Roll those shoulders. Let's get a little activation on the neck stretch because we did involve that in a fair amount of things today. So reach 1 arm actively towards the floor. Take your ear to the shoulder on the opposite side. Okay, stay there. No compression issues in the neckline. Stay there. Or hand on the head isn't pulling. It's just weight. My hand is heavy. Still actively reaching, feeling that neck stretch. Couple breaths there. Gently come out. Take your nose, sniff your armpit. Put your hand just slightly behind the head and pull forward and down slightly. Couple inhales, exhales. Bring that out. And now take your nose, look up to the sky. Take your free hand, the one that was reaching, take it gently just underneath the chin area and press up. Little breath there. And gently come out. Let that head have a wiggle. Reach the other arm actively. And again, ear to shoulder to start with. If you're okay with it, a little bit of tension. Remember, knees slightly soft. Don't be jammed into the joints, right? Little neck stretch there. Release the tension. Release the head a bit. Sniff the armpit. Tuck the nose. Come around from the back half of the head, pulling it forward. Oh, that's a little tight this morning. Couple inhales, exhales for me. Slowly come out. Take the nose, reach it to the sky. The hand that was down here is going to press the chin up a bit. Little breath there. Come out of that. Give that head a little no. Maybe a gentle yes. And then last breath up, guys. Inhale up. Hands down, center heart, little shimmy. And we are done.